notification. Now broadcasting. New notification. Invitation sent.
Here come. You won't see that. He said, "Nigga, why you in New York sitting here chilling, nigga? You got a fucking first, don't touch me. You got a first coming up. Nigga. You got a first coming up, nigga. Play-Doh, nigga. My little nigga, Play-Doh, nigga. I see you forgot who you came from, nigga. Give me a hug, free nigga. Don't touch. Give me a hug, nigga. Why you violating me? Give me a hug, nigga. That nigga got a first, nigga. You out here fucking relax. We can't play this shit, nigga. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You got can't say you got these niggas out here playing around. You got a first, nigga. You let Rory do that to you? Fuck out of here. Nigga, why you in New York sitting here chilling, nigga? You got a fucking first. Don't touch me. You got a first coming up. Nigga. You got a first coming up, nigga. Play-Doh, nigga. My little nigga, Play-Doh, nigga. I see you forgot who you came from, nigga. Give me a hug, free nigga. Don't touch. Give me a hug, nigga. Why you violating me? Give me a hug, nigga. That nigga got a first, nigga. You out here fucking relax. We can't play this shit, nigga. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You got these niggas out here playing around. You got a first, nigga. You let Rory do that to you? Fuck out of here. Nigga, why you in New York sitting here chilling, nigga? You got a fucking first. Don't touch me. You got a first coming up. Nigga. You got a first coming up, nigga. Play-Doh, nigga. My little nigga, Play-Doh, nigga. I see you forgot who you came from, nigga. You know, free nigga. Don't touch me. Give me a hug. Why you violating me? Give me a hug, nigga. That nigga got a first.
Back in 1796. Tonight we've got a matchup here in pivotal week 7 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taking just inside the 10. First and 10 now from the 30.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
11.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
11 Thomas. Hey, can.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Burrow will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. On the return is Cohen. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 22. They start the drive with Cook. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
12.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
11.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Hold on a second, was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Now Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. To throw is Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and 3. Now Wilson, option right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Back to the ground, Cook. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
12.
Once again, they run with Mixon. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Mixon will try the right side. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Bengals at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
11 Thomas.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
11 mighty.
A toss left, Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they will throw it with Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Here we go. 11 mighty.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
11 MT.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On one, ready?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Gotta go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. 11.
They'll give it to Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
12.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
On one, right?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 Thomas.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll run with Mixon. And he is going to be out of bounds well short of the pylon, and that will be a turnover on downs. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for him, because is it going to win the game?
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Twelve. 11. Hey, we gotta go score.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Burrow on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. It's Mixon on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
11 mighty.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
11 MT. 11 mighty.
A handoff to Mixon. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number 1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it, and maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Wilson will throw again. And he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11 Thomas.
Again, it's Mixon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, Cook. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11
Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. They'll start here with a give to Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Aaron Browning, the one who brought him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Cohen. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
From the 17, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
Done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Get set.
second down. Here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
On 2. 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. No timeout. You got to go quick here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. A gain of 37. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Wilson to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. McManus now for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A final shot now for Burrow. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looked. At least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Denver, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, They fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.